Do you want Abby here from Abby Energy 22? Today we're going to talk about gut health and enzymes. What are enzymes? Enzymes are proteins that help you break down your food. So think of them as the soldiers that come in and they chop up the food and then they break it down so you can digest it better. They say that the number of enzymes you're born with is the number you have. Some people are born with more and some people are born with less. But age and stress, physical, emotional stress weakens these enzymes even more. And so you could be on this whole new plan to eat healthier. The problem is you're not digesting and breaking down the nutrients. And so it just kind of sits there and ferments. That is why taking an enzyme is so important. And there's different types of enzymes depending on your body. I do all three depending on my meal. So today we're going to break it down so you can learn what each and every enzyme does. First of all, if you have any gallbladder issues, stones, or you've had your gallbladder removed, you can sadly no longer really digest fats because the bile was helping you break down the fats. And now that you've taken away your gallbladder, the liver used to produce bile and then the gallbladder would store it and then it would release it when it was time when you'd have fatty meals. And it's not about, hey, I can't digest fats anymore and I'm not going to eat fats. No, fats are so important for your hormones. I look for an enzyme with ox bile. Ox bile, exactly what it sounds like, the poop from a bile, has enzymes in it that help you break down fats. Now, if you're lactose intolerant, something like lactase, if I'm just going to have some soup or whatever, I pull the enzyme buddies in there, the different groups of fighters for you. Then, of course, we come to zinc. Needed, but not in large quantities. You get the most bioavailable zinc, meaning the most readily available from protein, grass-fed beef, which also has amino acids. But again, it comes down to if you're not digesting it well, then your body won't absorb those nutrients. It's kind of like a complicated system, but it's really not. We're supposed to be getting these things from our food. We just don't because our food is depleted, the soil is depleted. So taking something like zinc, 20 milligrams, I don't like higher than 40 milligrams because zinc could undo other nutrients in your body like copper and you don't want that. So it's not something, I take it every other day, but zinc, because I do eat a lot of beef and I take my beef with my enzymes, so I'm pretty good. Then something cheap, $3.99 aloe vera. You take a shot of this in the morning. So good for you. So needed. Natural form of magnesium. Helps seal the gut lining. Bone broth, which is high in glutathione. I also teach ways to open up your own detox pathways. And minerals charge up the enzymes. If you don't have minerals, minerals are your building blocks. They're like the cell phone charger. They charge you up. They bring conductivity, electricity to your body. We are electric beings. We have a positive charge and a negative charge. If not, they couldn't hook us up to an EKG. Well, don't drink lots of water with your meals because that further dilutes your gastric acid. Don't eat while you're stressed, meaning in the car, trying to wave through traffic. You're not going to digest your food, okay? Take a hint from your animals. When you walk in the room and they're eating and they hear some noise, they stop. And they resume eating when they feel comfortable. Don't eat when you're standing up. I gotta eat. You have to go back. Remember in the 50s when people would sit at the table and say a prayer? People were a lot healthier. Go back to enjoying the moment. Sit down with your meal. Be grateful. Say a prayer. Deep belly breaths before you eat. The more relaxed you are, the better you will digest. Again, none of this crap helps. It's not crap, but none of it helps if you're not relaxing, if you're not sleeping well. There is no shortcuts in life. So again, we live in a modern world, go, 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 go. But we only heal and get better when we're resting. When you're sick, they go, take it easy, rest, there's a reason. In America, unless you have a full-blown disorder, they consider you healthy. But healthy might not be optimal. You could wake up having no energy and you could get your blood work done and go, well, everything's okay. But that does not mean you are optimal. That means your light, your life force is kind of dim. And you bring it up with rest. You can do frequency work. I'm a huge component of frequency work. We can get into that in another video. The right nutrients, but above all, rest. Sleep well. Take time out of your day a few times and just do a few. I'm tapping my thymus gland. Exhale. Inhale, hold for 5. Exhale. Already I feel so relaxed. Know in the comments below what other content you would like, and be sure to hit the subscribe button and follow my Instagram for more easy tips.